maybe one or two you might learn for the first time, or we might switch up the words a little bit, okay? Yeah. We'll start with a simple one everybody should know. You get up and go to work every day. Should you be living in poverty? No. But yet we know that's the reality that so many workers, Irish drivers, and so many others are facing every single day. So when I say hey, hey, ho, ho, we're going to say poverty wages got to go. So say that with me. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These poverty wages got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These poverty wages got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These poverty wages got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These poverty wages got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These poverty wages got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These poverty wages got to go. All right. Now it's bad enough to be underpaid. It's bad enough to be underpaid. But it's even worse when your boss steals your wages. It's even worse when they dig into what you're legally entitled to and engage in wage theft. So I'm going to have you repeat after me, okay? Stealing wages is a crime.
Stealing wages is a crime.
zTrip doesn't pay overtime.
zTrip doesn't pay overtime.
When workers' rights are under attack,
Workers' rights are under attack.
we stand up and we fight back.
We stand up and we fight back.
That stealing wages is a crime.
Stealing wages is a crime.
zTrip doesn't pay overtime.
zTrip doesn't pay overtime.
When workers' rights are under attack,
Workers' rights are under attack.
we stand up and we fight back.
We stand up and we fight back.
Sound up. No, all right. Now, when I say, what do we want? I want to hear you say justice. And when do we want justice?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
All right, all right. All right, without further ado, I will pass it off to our esteemed MC. The recent, I've been calling her Pastor Donna for the last 13 years. We can now officially call her Bishop-elect Donna. I was not raised Lutheran, but I'm proud to say the Lutheran Church has chosen very wisely in their next bishop for the state of Missouri and Kansas, none other than our longtime ally and my friend, Donna Simon.
All right, thanks, y'all. My name is Donna Simon, and I am the pastor at St. Mark Hope and Peace Lutheran Church for another month, and the bishop-elect of the Central States Synod. One of my duties as a pastor is to speak out for justice for all of God's people, and in particular to stand up when there's been an injustice. That's in the vows that we take when we become pastors. So I'm here to do that today and to introduce you to some other people who will join me in speaking out against an injustice that's happening in our community and funded by our dollars. We've all seen the colorful zTrip vans and buses out across the city, carrying people to doctor's appointments and to other places that they need to go. A couple of years ago, our city council authorized the Kansas City Area Transit Authority to launch the Iris Microtransit Rideshare Program to fill some of the gaps across the public transit system. If you use the public transit system, you know about those gaps. KCATA contracted with zTrip WHC Worldwide, the largest taxi fleet operator in the U.S., to operate this program. So zTrip has control of the platform and the operations, but they've done a wonderful job of shifting all the risks and the costs of the program to their drivers, who are underpaid and overworked and subject to draconian fees and illegal misclassification as independent contractors. That ain't right. Then, and the main reason that we're here today, the company steals their overtime pay. You will hear stories today of workers without basic mandatory job protections who are trapped in debt and forbidden from organizing for better wages and working conditions. Our tax dollars have been used to create a system that exploits workers and fails to deliver on its promise. So we are here today to join with drivers in calling out our city officials and KTA to end the partnership with zTrip. And to either bring IRIS in-house or work with a responsible contractor who will respect workers' rights in operating the microtransit program. That is what is best for drivers, that is what is best for riders, and that is what is best for taxpayers. So today, IRIS drivers and community members, Black, brown, white, immigrant, and more, have come together to file a class action lawsuit against zTrip for their overtime pay. They are seeking overtime pay, and they are seeking the right to be treated with dignity at work, a right which every American should have.
That's right.
In the book of Deuteronomy, literally the second law, there are instructions for paying workers, including this one in chapter 24. You shall not withhold the wages of poor and needy laborers, whether other Israelites or strangers who reside in your land or one of your towns. You shall pay them their wages daily before sunset, because their livelihood depends on them. Otherwise, they may cry to the Lord against you, and you would incur guilt. We are here today to cry out against this misuse of public funds to enrich a company that is not even taking care of the people that do the work for them. We are here to point our fingers and say there is in fact guilt. Today we cry to the Lord and to our city that we will not accept the use of public funds to create a predatory system that exploits and intimidates workers. There is guilt on the hands of the bosses at zTrip, and it is time to say enough. Faith declares enough. Workers demand enough. And we are here to say with one voice, enough. Our first speaker is Jordan Hoffman, Collie. Jordan is an attorney at an organization near to my heart, the Heartland Center for Jobs and Freedom. Jordan's going to help us understand what has happened and what we propose to do about it.
Thank you, Pastor Donna. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Jordan Hoffman Collie, and I founded the Worker Power Project at Heartland Center for Jobs and Freedom. This is a program that enforces the legal rights of low-wage workers and supports their movements for change. We know that when workers like Bakar and Darian organize and have the support of the community behind them, and have lawyers like us behind them, they have a huge impact. That's why we are proud to represent zTrip workers in their fight for justice. Yesterday, IRIS drivers at zTrip filed a federal class and collective action case demanding compensation for the dizzying number of overtime hours they have worked without getting time and a half, and for the thousands of dollars zTrip unilaterally deducted from their paychecks for junk fees. Class and collective action lawsuits are the only kind of suits where people can use their power in numbers to win. And that's exactly what IRIS drivers are doing. All right. Now, zTrip is going to tell you that they don't have to pay these workers fairly because they are independent contractors. But let's look closely at the facts. zTrip expects IRIS drivers to follow the rules it made up, every single last one of its rules, or face consequences. One little misstep, like logging into work a couple minutes late, or even forgetting to ask zTrip for permission to use the bathroom, can result in a fee coming out of the driver's paycheck. That ain't right. A second misstep can result in further discipline or even getting fired. Does that sound like someone who's their own boss?
No.
That's right, they're employees, they are workers, and they are entitled to the full protection of workers' rights. And yet, zTrip doesn't follow the rules of state and federal overtime laws. Today, IRIS drivers, low-wage workers, faith leaders, community allies, and civil rights attorneys are here to say, not on our watch. Not on our watch. It's bad enough that zTrip's violating the law, but what's worse, they're doing it willfully. You see, 15 years ago, the United States Department of Labor sued a Kansas City area rideshare company owned by some of the same management as zTrip. And they sued because that company was violating the overtime rights of drivers who were working around the clock to fulfill a municipal contract. Sound familiar?
Sounds familiar.
The court held that on paper, drivers were labeled independent contractors, but almost everything else about their work said otherwise. The company told them when, where, and how to work, and how much they would be paid. Does that sound familiar too?
Yes.
Those drivers proved they had a right to overtime, and Irish drivers are here to do the same. Why do workers have overtime protections? Did employers just wake up and decide to hand these protections to workers?
No.
Of course not. Workers fought hard for these rights in the 1930s, and today we stand on their shoulders.
All right.
These workers' movements believed if an employer is going to take time away from a worker's family, if an employer is going to demand that workers work to the point of total exhaustion, they need to pay for it.
Yeah.
Time and a half. Irish drivers should be paid in full for all they have given this company. And that's why we're here today, to stand behind Irish drivers and tell you your community is behind you in your fight for fair pay. Thank you.
Stealing wages is a crime.
Stealing wages is a crime.
zTrip doesn't pay overtime.
zTrip doesn't pay overtime.
When workers' rights are under attack,
Workers' rights are under attack.
we stand up and we fight back.
We stand up and we fight back.
All right. Thank you, Jordan. Shout out for the Heartland Center for Jobs and Freedom. Shout out for the Missouri Workers Center. Here's what's wonderful about those two organizations and Stand Up KC. What they do is invite workers to stand up for themselves
All right.
and provide the support for them. So we're going to hear today from a couple of the workers at zTrip, and they're going to tell you their own stories because it's important for us to hear it from them. So our first worker is Bakar Muhammad. Sorry about that. Bakar Muhammad is a driver for zTrip, and he's going to tell us his story.
Yeah. Hello. Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Bakar Muhammad. I'm a ride share driver. I drove for Irish zTrip for over a year. I'm also a member of Stand Up KC and the Missouri Workers Center.
All right.
Today, I'm proud to stand up with my fellow drivers as we take zTrip to court. Last October, when we decided enough was enough, we went public with our campaign to organize our strength in numbers for a living wage and to put an end to our mistreatment. During the recruitment meeting, the zTrip recruiter said drivers can make up to $100,000 a year, that we could be our own boss. Who wouldn't want that?
Right.
Yeah.
Of course, like many other drivers, I was sold. Isn't that all we all want? Yes. Freedom to earn a good living and have a say-so in the decision that affects our lives. But a month into the job, I found myself questioning whether the American dream was possible for me and my family. zTrip took money out of my paycheck for all kinds of things. And this meant my hourly wages were much lower than what they would be. I had to work 10 to 12-hour shifts, 6 days a week, just to barely make an ends meet. That's not right.
That's not right.
And furthermore, as a one-income household, my wife and children depends on me for stability. How can I provide stability with that? But despite feeling like I'm working two jobs, I was trapped, and I am still trapped in a cycle of debt. Often I had to work up to 65 hours a week because otherwise I'm in debt every month. And how am I supposed to take care of my family in those situations?
That's not right.
That's not right. zTrip has stolen thousands of dollars from workers like me, money that were legally owed in overtime pay and exploitative fees. The pay I took home is much less than what was promised to me. But the time the company pulled their predatory fees from my paycheck, I was struggling to pay rent, utility, food for my family. And while my wife stepped in to help where she can, it made me feel like I'm falling short on my vows to take care of her and to give my children the opportunities they deserve. Working long weeks of overtime also meant losing precious time with my family. I know the importance of being a father and a father being present in their kid's life. But by the time I got home, some days after working on the IRIS program in zTrip, I barely had time to play with my children. And the time that I did get to spend with them, I was burnt out and exhausted. And that's not right. And it doesn't have to be that way. We shouldn't have to drive such long hours to get by. But if we were, the company should at least compensate us for our hard work.
Right.
Workers like me deserve good pay and stable, safe jobs that can create a better life for ourselves and our loved ones.
That's right.
But scores of drivers have been denied thousands and thousands of dollars in overtime pay by zTrip. zTrip failure to pay workers the dignified pay we deserve is pushing our families into poverty, and that's not right. By rising up together to achieve justice in court, we build on the momentum the IRIS drivers have gained over the last several months, as well as the powerful lineage of Missouri workers who have been organizing for much longer to fight.
Isn't it important to hear stories directly from the people affected? Our next driver is Darian Hall, who also has a story about zTrip.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Darian Hall, and I've been driving for zTrip and the IRIS program since 2023. I'm also a member of Stand Up KC and the Missouri Workers Center. All right, zTrip told me during a recruitment meeting that driving for them was an opportunity to make as much money as I could. How could I say no to that? To say that zTrip misled me is an understatement. I work long hours, often over 40 in a week, yet I still can't save the money I thought I would be able to in this job. Doesn't add up, right? The reality is they're taking most of what I make in fees and denying me overtime pay. It's not right. I pay almost $90 a day for the vehicle lease fee. zTrip takes money out of my wallet for a monthly car wash. Believe it or not, I even have to pay a so-called voucher processing fee, which means I'm handing over a portion of my pay just to get paid. It's not right. Never had a job like that. It's bad enough that I'm paying my employer to work.
Right.
But I also don't get overtime, and I'm overworked, which is a safety hazard for me and the riders I'm responsible for. By not paying me time and a half for all my overtime hours, all of my extra hours beyond 40 hours a week, the debt starts to grow quickly. Debt. Do you have any idea what a difference $1,000 in overtime pay each year could make in my family's life? Yeah, it'll make a big difference. It would take away a lot of stress and pressure. It's a struggle trying to pay the rent, bills, and groceries, especially since I have a couple of teenage boys I help take care of. After paying for all that, there's nothing left to cover the cost of our health care, like doctor and dentist visits. I've been donating plasma for over a year just to supplement my income. It's not right. It really ain't. I'd like to have my own house someday, like so many people, but it's hard to even dream of building that foundation with the way things are. I'm doing the best I can to try and make ends meet, but it's just not cutting it. I'm getting stressed.
Take your time.
The stress has me losing sleep, which is essential for keeping me and my riders safe on the road. Just give me a second. I need to breathe.
Got it.
zTrip can afford to pay its drivers a dignified wage without running us into the ground.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can.
I'm working on it. In fact, the company was recently valued at $251 million.
Well,
As I'm sure you've guessed, that money isn't going to me and my kids or other drivers.
ain't right.
It's lining the pockets of the company and its CEO, Bill George. zTrip maintains control over the platform and operations while shifting risk and costs to us workers. Oh, shit, thanks. Good. And this story isn't new. Throughout our history, greedy corporations have denied workers the most basic protections. In the 1930s, workers went on strike. Some even died fighting to win overtime protections in the law. Today, us Irish drivers are continuing that legacy by coming together for the overtime pay and respect we deserve.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you. We won't stop until we win what we are owed and end the company's abusive practices once and for all. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We want justice, right? What do we want?
Justice.
And when do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now. Stress.
Good job, brother. All right, Darian.
This is real life. This is real people's lives that are on the line driving across this metro every day on behalf of people who need to get to doctor's appointments, people who need to get to work, and they're being overworked. They're not being paid their overtime. And it is deeply stressful. So thank you for giving us a window into that. Thank you both for telling your stories. The lawsuit is filed today. This is not the end of this story. We all know that we will have to stay on top of this, that we will have to continue to come back and demand rights for these workers because power concedes nothing without a demand. So thank you for being here. Please continue to follow the story. Please continue to turn out when we need to turn out and support our drivers. And again, we will continue to come back. So thanks y'all for being here.
Hey, before everybody disperses, if we could get the folks over here and if we could get everybody in tight for one big group photo, please. If we could get the folks over here, everybody act like y'all know one another. Most of you do. Get in here. It's hot, it's summer, maybe go to the pool. We used to say get in there like swimwear, okay? So get in tight, all right? Roseanne, Marita. All right. I want Levi and Kelly in here.
Bakar, get up from there.
Yeah, Darian, Bakar, if you guys could get in the center at the podium, please.
There we go. Yep.
Signs up. Signs up. Everywhere we go, the people wanna know, who we are, so we tell them, we are the workers, the mighty workers, fighting for justice, and good jobs for all. That's that everywhere we go, the people wanna know, who we are, so we tell them, we are the people, the mighty people, fighting for justice.
good jobs for all.
All right, all right. One last time, I want to get off this stealing wages. Stealing wages is a crime.
Stealing wages is a crime.
zTrip doesn't pay overtime.
zTrip doesn't pay overtime.
Workers' rights are under attack.
Workers' rights are under attack.
We stand up and we fight back.
We stand up and we fight back.
All right, all right, all right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We love each and every one of you. We're stronger together.
So that was Stand Up KC, fighting for Iris, trying to improve ride shares, their wages, life. Have a good one, guys. I will see you later today.